What's up, guys? One of the things I was just doing a video because I just decided to take the assignment we were working on and go a little bit further with it. If you wanted to see the actual traffic um, from a transfer with the Ethereum, we can do that in this case because since we're using Ganache, it's actually a local transaction. It's just simulated, obviously. We're not using real Ethereum here. So we can actually see it because it won't be encrypted through HTTPS. It'll just be HTTP since it's local here, since we're using Ganache, which of course we already have. So what you can do is go into MetaMask. And before you do this, I should say you need to have Wireshark installed, obviously. But when you installed Wireshark, you have to have clicked on NPCAP to make sure that it allows you to see loopback traffic. If you didn't do that and you're not able to see the loopback adapter when you start up Wireshark, then what you might need to do is just uninstall and reinstall Wireshark and just click the box for, it says something about NPCAP. I can't remember exactly what it says, but anyway, that's what you would do. In any case, I already have it on mine, so I just started up my Wireshark and got it to the first screen here. And there you can see adapter for loopback traffic capture. So that's the one that we'll be using, but we'll get to that in a second here. So on to MetaMask. What happened here? There we go. Okay. Well, that's doing that, but anyway. On to MetaMask. What you would do is click on send here, and we'll go from my account 2 is the one that has the bulk of my Ethereum in it. And then we're going to send it to account 1. And we're going to do, oh no, let's just do 2. We're just going to send 2 over. And we'll click continue here. And now we're on the review screen right here. So you can see we're going to send from account 2 to account 1. And we're going to send 2 Ethereum. So before I hit confirm, I'm going to go into Wireshark. And I'm going to double click on adapter for loopback traffic. And this will show us all the traffic that we're sending locally here. So here we go, and that's rolling. Now I'll click confirm, and pending, confirmed, it's done. So now we can come in here and stop this. We're done now. Okay, so now what we can do is let's filter this down. So it's going to use TCP port. What are we doing here? Seven five four five, I think it is. I have it in here actually already. Sorry, let me just look and see what it said. 7545, yeah. So equals 7545, and there we go, because that's the port that that it's using here. And then what we can do is go to, we see right here the HTTP. We could have also filtered this down by HTTP if we wanted, but in any case, we'll just start here and we'll right click on it, and we'll go to follow the HTTP stream. And then once you look in here, you can see the ID number and the method and all that information, the params right here, which are the parameters. When you look at this, so this method here is Ethereum underscore get transaction count. You can tell a lot about what's going on here because they usually, of course, tend to name the methods, something that makes some sort of sense. Moving a little further down here, we see Ethereum send raw transaction. So we can see actually right here where it's being sent. And if we wanted to dig a little bit deeper actually into this, we could. If we want to see exactly what's going on here, I can take this whole thing and copy this up to here. And then I can decode it actually in an Ethereum decoder, in which case I have one here already, ABDK toolkit, but you could also use any other Ethereum decoder. I just happen to be using this one. And what you'll do is you'll come down to, oops, We're already in it. Transaction. And we want to decode here, actually. I don't know what that is there, but let's get rid of it. And we'll paste all that in there. And it decoded it for us. And then what we're left with here is, where are we at here? So we've got the from here, which tells you, that should tell you the sender's, that should be like their wallet address. You've got, what else here? You got a bunch of different information here. The gas, which will actually basically tell you what the like the computational power is needed to send it. Max gas price and max priority gas. Again, more about the computational power and how much you're willing to spend on it and all that. I'm not going to get all into that because I don't even fully understand all that myself, honestly. But yeah, this decodes pretty much the whole thing for you here. You've got the hash right here, which is the unique ID. So you can look up the transaction in the blockchain if you want. There it is right there. And that's how you do it. So there it is. That's our transaction decoded. We're able to actually see it. I guess not really much we can really do with this, especially for one, considering that it's not a real actual transaction. But maybe if it was a malformed packet or something like that, and this were a real transaction, we might be able to do something with it. Or if we had the private key, of course, which I don't know how we'd have it, but if we did, we'd be able to do something with it. But anyway, this was just to kind of show you that you can look back and see the actual transaction here, because you won't really ever be able to do this, that I know of at least, with a real transaction. So that's it. I was just messing around with it and figured, why not? Let's just take a look. So that's about it. The good news is that I now have a new recorder that will allow me to record more than 10 minutes, so I can make some longer videos without having to break them into two parts. That's about it. See y'all in class.